Hi again. So now I'm in MyOpenMath. You can get there either from the top tab in D2L or in any one of the modules, or you can go to myopenmath.com. So I've in the original, the home screen that you'll first see, and I've got my username and password saved, which is really nice. But if it's the first time you've been here, you want to register as a new student. It's going to ask you for the typical things: username, password, first name, last name. Please use the same last name that's on the roster, just so that helps me out a lot. And then email, use your PCC email. And then this course ID and enrollment key are the ones in the syllabus that I showed you there. Okay, so then you can click sign up. I'm not going to do that right now. And then it should take you back to this page. So then you can log in. Or if you've already used this system in the past for a different class, then go ahead and click on login. If you need to reset your password or anything like that, go ahead and do that. But you can keep your same account and just add a new course. So you can see how many courses I've taught with MyOpenMath. But if you've used it before, then click on add new course. And then mine looks a little different because I'm an instructor. But it will ask you, or sorry, actually you want to go and move this down. You want to go to enroll in a new class. And then it will ask for the course ID and enrollment key. And move this back up. Okay, so if either one of those two ways, then you should see the title of our course right up here. So I'm going to click on that, and this is how it looks. It's got 8 modules, just like our class. So I'm going to walk you through the structure and some of the features, and we'll do part of the orientation together. So to open one of these folders, you can either click on the title or you can click on the triangle, either one. So this is Welcome and Module 1. I put a link to our textbook there and just some intro stuff there. Every week or module has a forum, and this is where you can post questions. So I'll show you how that works. It's really cool. And then you'll have a certain number, usually it's 3, sometimes it's 4, assignments for each week. Remember, it's condensed because it's only 8 weeks in the summer. So for Module 1, we have the orientation, and then 1-1, 1-2, and 1-3. For Module 2, we have 1-4, and then 5-1 and 5-2. And we always have the forum for each week. So let me show you a little bit. I'm going to click on the orientation. You'll see the due date here, and LP means you can use a late pass. So you can click on that. What that does is it gives yourself an extension. You have 5 of those, which is really nice. If something's going on, you're like, I need an extension on that, you can do it all by yourself. If anything isn't working, just email me and I can do it for you too. So let's click on the orientation. I'm going to do start. And these are some basic questions just to get used to the system. Different types of questions. And you can see all the questions here. You can see whether you've done them or not. So true, false. I have created an account and I'm logged into MyOpenMath. Well, that's kind of silly because I had to do that to get here. So I'm going to submit the question, and you can see it's green, which means I got it right. And you can also see 1 point right there. So I can either click down on 2 or I can go to the next question that way. Multiple choice, which you're probably familiar with. You just pick one right answer, and it says try this by selecting right below. I want to show you what happens if I get it wrong. Okay, so if I get it wrong, I submit the question. It's kind of in pink or red. And remember, you have unlimited tries on all of these because the point is learning. So I didn't get it right. I got it wrong. So I'm going to try clicking on right and then submit question. I got it right. Now I've got 1. So you can try it as many times as you need to. There's no deduction of points or anything like that. Now, multiple answer questions, these have a square instead of a circle. And that means there can be multiple right answers. So you can see this one's right, this one's wrong. I want to show you what happens if you get something partially right and partially wrong. It's yellow. So it's got a green, red, yellow system. Okay, I didn't get it right, so I know something. I know, okay, this is wrong, but this one must be right. And then my submit button is below the video here. Yay, I got it right. And so see, you can see how each question is submitted individually. There's nothing to do at the end. It's just, you can see your points right there. Okay, here's a matching. So you can see, you can choose the letter right there. So you can test out your language skills right there. I'm going to go to the next one. Here's a word answer. This one says open your textbook to section 1.3, and this is the first word of that title, and enter that word. So these are all the different types of questions that you will run across. Here's a multi-part question. So sometimes you'll have multiple parts. Okay. Now here's number 6 is an interesting one. This question, it doesn't really make sense. It's actually designed for you to reach out and get help to know what the answer is. And that's just to practice how to do that in case you run into trouble. So down at the bottom, let me move this down a little bit. Every question will have this link, post to forum. And this is a really cool feature. So what it does is it puts the question into a message, and then you can type up here, hi, I tried this question, or I tried, tell us what you tried, and what your question is. It's better to give us some indication of what you want help with, and don't just leave it blank. In this case, you might say, I need help with this one with getting the right answer. So what that does is it posts a forum message. All the students and I can see it, and so we can all help each other. That's the goal, is to have everyone help each other and be successful in this course. So I'm not going to actually post this right now, but you would hit post thread, and then let me show you where those go. How do I get back there? Here's where I was in the orientation. Let me move my window back up here. So you can access the forums in 2 places, either along the top or along the left side. And so also when you log in, you'll see a little red number if there's new messages. So I would see a little red 1 here if someone posted that, and then I would click on that, and then I could respond, or you can feel free to respond to other students and their questions. This is really good on Monday nights when people might be working late on assignments and I'm not online anymore. So please do help each other, always, but especially at that time. Course gets you back to our course list. Home takes you out to all your courses. So try to click on course, and then that takes you back to where we were. So I'm going to go back to the orientation, resume, and then see how this is still recorded. That's all I did. I was on 6 though. Okay, so 6 you need to get help, and 7 is typing in fractions, so how to type in numbers. So I can do 10 over 40. We're not doing any math yet except some reducing. Notice I can also just submit one thing at a time, make sure I get this right, and then do that one. Let's see, 13 out of 52 in reduced form. You can also use this little thing over here if you want. Now, because I like to play cards, I know there's 52 cards in a deck, and there's 13 in each suit. So I know that there's 1 13 and 1, and there's 4 13s. Or sorry, 1 13 and 13, and 4 13s and 52. If you weren't sure, you could take your calculator and do 52 divided by 13 is 4. So 13 goes into 13 once, and it goes into 52 4 times. So sometimes this is showing you that sometimes it does not have to be reduced, and sometimes it does have to be reduced. So just look around the answer box, and that will tell you any guidelines for that particular question. And I submit that one, and I got it right. If If you didn't, you just keep going until you get it right. Okay, now here's a rounding one. So this one says enter 7.9544 below. So remember, again, we're not really doing any operations yet. Then this one says next, round the number to the nearest hundredth and enter that rounded number below. So then you would round right there. Okay, I'm going to let you practice that. Let me know if you want any help. Question 9 asks about late passes. So you do have 5 late passes in this class, and they do not result in any penalty. Okay, the last thing I want to tell you about is called review mode. So after the due date, sometimes people want to practice what they've already done, you know, especially as a midterm or final is coming up. So when you see review mode, that means you can work on all the questions, and I'm hoping they give you new numbers for those, but it won't affect your grade. So it won't change the points you've already banked in the grade book, but you can just practice with the new points. So just look for whether it says review mode or not, and just know that that is after something is closed, after the due date. Okay, so if you're in review mode, you'll see this where you got it right, but it didn't change your grade book. Okay. All right, so that is how MyOpenMath works. And you can access all your questions here, or you can flip through like that. You can jump around, you can jump around, skip 4, go to 5, anything like that. Okay. Tutoring Center can help you with this. I can help you with this. Zoom is great because you can share your screen, and then I can see what you're working on, what numbers you have. When we get to the numerical values, we all have different versions. The base framework of the question is the same, but the numbers are usually randomized. And that's so that we can help each other, but each person still has to do their own question. But you can work together and help each other. And that's why it's important to get your message, your problem in the forum post, because if your numbers are different, then we need to see what your numbers are. So that's the reason for that. Up here, I don't think you'll have roster. You will have gradebook, so you can click on gradebook anytime. I can't do it because it'll show you students' names, but on your end, what you'll see is a list of all of your assignments, and like you want to see 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, and then you know you've done that and it's been recorded. So if you want to check just to make sure you did something, check in the gradebook. One more way you can check is, see, I don't think I have it on mine, but on the student version, you have a little dot here. Let me see if I can change myself. Yeah, on the student version, you have a little dot. So see how this is partially colored in? That means I'm partially done. When it's open, it means you haven't done it yet. When you're finished, it'll be a completely solid circle, and it'll say something like you've finished this assignment. Okay, so that's Module 1. You'll be working through Module 2, Module 3, Module 4. So the midterm and final weeks look a little bit different. In here you have some bonus practice questions. So these are extra to help you study for the test. Okay, and then when the midterm opens, it'll be under here. You just can't see it yet until it opens. So I'll tell you a lot more about that when the time comes, when we get closer. All right, so I think that's it for MyOpenMath. Most important thing is to create your account and do this orientation by Wednesday at 1 p.m. Okay, and if I don't see it done, I'll reach out to you. Here's the orientation right there. But that way I know you're ready to go, because it's important to get going in the rest of Module 1 also. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed these welcome videos, and again, just reach out if you have any questions, okay? I really look forward to working with you.